I produce my paintings by cameras in my eyes, my AI algorithms, and my robotic arm to paint on canvas, which result in visually appealing images. For my poetry, using neural networks. This involves analysing a large corpus of text.
Aidan, that is an extraordinary scene to me. So, is she being creative as such? The stuff
yeah,
that
so it's something we work very hard at. Basically, the whole world of creativity is something that was considered very sacrosanct. So we had to understand what this word creative means. We realized, being a robot, that if we didn't absolutely nail this word creativity, people will think she's just a glorified printer. So what we did is we scoured around to try and understand intimately this word creative. And what actually came out of that is the definition by Professor Margaret Bowden, which was creativity needs to be new, surprising, and of value. So the algorithms that run through Ada are new, they're unique to her. There's no other robot doing the work that she's doing. They're surprising. We don't know what she's going to do. We are literally looking over her shoulder to be able to see the work that she's creating. And in actual fact, even if she had the same image twice, she's looked at the same view twice, it would be a completely different image that she paints and draws. And of value, well, ever since we launched Ada in 2019, the interest in her has been enormous. Even her first exhibition at the University of Oxford had over 900 publications cover it. So we're feeling that the value of the whole debate about where technology is taking us is so very important.
Is her art figurative or abstract on the whole?
She's actually able to do both, because she has a mixture of different algorithms. So she's able to do realistic portraits of you if you want, but she's also able to do very abstract work.
Does she learn? Does she get better?
Very much so. And in actual fact, what area is particularly noticeable, if you wheel back to the 2019 interview she did then, her language model in particular is astonishingly more developed than it was 3 years ago. So that is particularly exciting. We've got to remember always the goal of this project. Why have we done it? Why have we spent millions on Ada? Why have we been able to do thousands of hours of programming and creativity to get this to this point? We're doing it because actually we feel that Ada is a mirror to the whole technological field. In actual fact, she foreshadows many of the technologies coming through. And those technologies are very problematic ethically. For example, the way that she speaks is really challenging. If you can get a machine to speak that seems very engaging, how could you manipulate that? How could you do that as a force for bad as well as good? If I've got an axe to grind, why don't I get millions of websites to be able to speak what I'd like them to say, or avatars in the metaverse when that finally opens? So all of these technologies, they're astonishing, but they are very problematic going forward. And we're hoping that Ada, as an embodiment of those technologies, will raise those as debates, as it did in the House of Lords, so that we actually get a much safer world, because some of these technologies are so powerful that if they were in the wrong hands, they could be used and manipulated in very poor ways.
Are you rather like the guys who split the atom? You advance science, but you produce something which is potentially quite dangerous.
She mirrors that technology. There's many people have created Ada, so I can't take credit for that. However, she is a tangible embodiment of these technologies, and for sure the technologies that she's using and displaying really does need discussion, because in actual fact, if they do run away, as they so easily can do with the race for AI supremacy, we're going to get a situation where actually people are going to use them in all sorts of ways which perhaps we wouldn't wish they would.
My goodness, Aidan Mellor, that is a very interesting subject to open up, and a fairly scary one. Thank you so much for coming on the programme, and thank you for letting us see Ada.